Hello, welcome back to the James Rambling Reviews for yet another episode. And in today's episode I'm going to be reviewing for you a Netflix movie again. But there's a twist to this one, as I have not really been reviewing a lot of Indian cinema recently. And I just thought, okay, I'm going to throw on this movie called Dhaam, which is originally a Netflix February 14th 2025 release, straight to Netflix. And it came out during Valentine's Day, but during that month, I was already watching an Indian movie, and it was called David, that boxing movie that was pretty entertaining, so I didn't get a chance to go and watch the film and stuff like that. Been reviewing other movies, but just as a fun fact for a bit of context, what I actually discovered about this film is that it is an hour and 48 minutes long, sure, but what it kind of means is it's this thing, this Hindi meaning for something that's going to be exciting, something that's going to, change your life, something that's going to be fun for you to do, and that's the interpretation I got from it. And so there's definitely all of that, and if you didn't catch on to the fact already that I've done Indian movie reviews. I have done quite a few of these. I've been going through a phase where I've just really enjoyed Indian cinema and stuff like that. It's this whole new vibe, whole new different environment for me to explore and stuff like that. So let's get into what this movie is about without spoiling, as this is just came out a month and a half ago, so it's not a very old movie. So what you have here is a love story between two characters, a male and a female. They go on this journey together, it gets crazy, and they have to figure out, why everything the way that it is, and why they need to stop everything from happening, why everything needs to go the way that they want it to go. And that's probably the best way to describe this. And yes, I did mention also that this is an hour and 48 minutes long, which for an Indian film, you're just like, what? An hour and 48 minutes? Like, how could you do this under 2 hours? So it's definitely all of that. So how do I feel about the movie? So from what I remember from when I watched it, not yesterday, I'm pretty sure it was the day before yesterday, it was I finished it just as yesterday happened kind of thing, 12 in the morning or something like that. And honestly, for me, this is not a top tier Indian piece of cinema, but I had an absolute blast with this movie. It knows what it is and it knows what it's doing, so it just has a lot of fun with the concept. It gets as crazy as you were expecting, but it's not got tons of singing and dancing. Sure, there's a few bits of that in here, like the song, for example, how are you, how are you, dun, dun, how are you, but there's nothing like big dancing and all that, because this movie knows that it's just an hour and 48 minutes. It needs to keep it simple, so it doesn't go big, bombastic and crazy. There's a few moments like that, but overall it's a straightforward thing. So performances here for Indian acting, the performances all around, they're entertaining. It got a lot of laughs out of me. It's well paced, although there is a few scenes where you're just like, yeah, do we really need to see that, because we've already seen it before. I'll give an example of that, right? There's a scene in the movie, I won't spoil it, but there's a scene where they just sit in a room listening to music and they're praying and all that or whatever. It's okay, do we really need to see this 100 times over? We know it's an Indian, cultural thing, but it doesn't really add a lot to the storyline of the movie. It's yeah, let's just pray in this room, we'll just sit and listen to this music 500 times over. So there's things like that, or the constant repetition of the name Charlie. Who is Charlie? What is Charlie? And then when you figure out what Charlie means in the film, you're just yeah, that's actually what I thought it was going to be, because it was actually kind of does reference itself throughout the movie as you watch it. So not a perfect masterpiece piece of film, but still enjoyable, entertaining, and I can see why it's straight to streaming. I would not pay money to go watch this at a cinema. I would rather sit at home and watch this kind of movie. And definitely it's not a Daku Maharaj or David or whatever, none of that. It's just a little simple movie on Netflix. So yeah, that's it. That's my review. I'd probably give this a 7 out of 10. Just enjoyable, nothing original, nothing new, but still enjoyable enough. So I've kind of said my piece and said what I need to say. So that's my review on this film. Stay tuned for more like this, as there will be more reviews coming out on the channel. So yeah, bye.